the start, you were a thief, you stole my heart, and I, your willing victim. Let you see the parts of me that weren't all that pretty. With every touch, you fixed them. Now you've been talking in your sleep. Oh, things you never say to me. Oh, tell me that you had enough of our love, Just give me a reason, just a little bit of love, just a second when I'm broken, just bend. We can learn to love again, it's in the stars, it's been written in the scars of our heart. We're not broken, just bend, now we can learn to love again. Hey, Drew here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com, playing Just Give Me a Reason by Pink. Really great song. You know, it's very hard to ignore it on the radio at the moment, and I love it. You know, I think it's good. It's got some great chord changes, and the melodies are just fantastic. You know, really good duet. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this with you and seeing how you guys get on with it. So I'm going to take you through a few of the elements. There's quite a few chords we need to get to grips with here, so we're going to get started more or less straight away. Excuse me, sorry, that song was very high to sing. Right, so middle finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, okay, and ring finger on the 2nd fret on the D string. That's called an E minor, and we're going to strum all 6 strings, okay? If you don't know the names of the strings, because that's how I do it, I don't do it with a numbered system, it's Eddie 8 Dynamite Good by Eddie, E, A, D, G, B, E, and we strum all 6 strings, okay? So your first chord is E, we're then going to change to an A, quite an easy change from here. Move these fingers down, so now you're on the 2nd fret on the middle strings, the D and G, and then tuck the little finger underneath onto the B string on the 2nd fret. If you use your little finger on the A, it makes it easier to squeeze them all in the 2nd fret rather than doing it with your index. And then strum the bottom 5 for that one. Good. We're then changing to a D. So, fingers up, index on the 2nd fret on the G string, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the B, and a ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B. Sorry, this one's on the bottom E, this is on the B. And you strum bottom 4 for that one. Good. Okay, got a few more chords, we're halfway though. Next one is a G. Okay, so this is how I do a G, and I really recommend if you're a beginner you do it this way. Take your middle finger, put it on the 2nd fret on the A string. Okay, take your ring finger, put it on the 3rd fret on the E string, and finally take your pinky, put it on the 3rd fret on the bottom string, and strum all 6. Now what may feel a bit weird is using a little finger on the bottom string. Make sure that your joint is always locked like this, never never locked down but always locked up. And I know that some of you are probably going to want to do a G that way, but try it this way, because being a good guitarist is about strengthening that little finger. Why not do it with some open chords and with an awesome song that you enjoy, okay? So let's go G, all 6 strings. Next chord, C, okay? So we're going to move these fingers down to here. So we're on the D and the G string, on the 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, and index on the 1st fret on the B string. C, okay? Sorry, I might have lied about being halfway. We've got 2 more chords to go. Next one is a B minor. Now, if you're a beginner to B minor, then this may seem a little tricky. So what if you're a beginner, then this may seem a bit tricky, not to B minor, but if you're a beginner in general, this might be a bit difficult. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you could try. In fact, 3 ways. I'll be really generous, I'll do 3 ways. The way you should be doing it, or the way that sounds best anyway, is bar finger on the 2nd fret, so that's pressing down all 5 strings. If you're not very good at bar chords, then I've got a video lesson on my channel that shows you about bar chord strengthening exercises, so go and check that out. Okay, then put your middle finger on the 3rd fret on the B, put your ring finger on the 4th fret on the D string, and then finally pinky on the 4th fret on the G string. And for that chord you strum the bottom 5. Okay? Now you may have a bit of muting with that, and if I said go to my bar chord exercises video, that will really help you out, but just press down hard, bring your thumb around the back and push in really hard, okay? So that's the way that sounds the best. You can also try this, instead of barring, leave everything else here and just leave this open, so don't press down the other strings, just leave it with a gap rather than like this. And just strum, but you've got to be accurate with your strumming, just try and strum the middle 4 strings. And then finally, a real beginner's way of doing it is, not babies, I don't know what I'm talking about there, is you just lift up this middle finger and you can play it as a power chord. It's still a B, okay? But it doesn't sound as good, so ideally you should be like this or turning it down. It's not technically a B minor that way. So that's B minor, and then the last chord, A minor. Take your index finger, put it on the 1st fret on the B string, take the middle finger, put it on the 2nd fret on the D, and then finally ring finger, 2nd fret also on the G, and strum the bottom 5. Okay, so that's all the chords you're going to need, alright? In terms of changing between them, I will give you a few tips as we go. So the beginning is E minor, A, D, E minor, A, D, G, C, B minor, A minor. Okay? Now, for each chord there at the beginning, I'm going down, 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 just playing the top 2 or 3 strings. It's not an exact science of each chord. Okay, so it's E minor, E minor, E minor, A, D, G, C, and then when I get to B minor, we're just trying to keep it close to the piano. It's all played on piano, the record, so the guitar obviously isn't a piano, so it's hard to kind of get everything that the piano does. We're just going to take the B minor and we're going to strum it and hold it for 2, so we're going to go 1, 2, A minor, 2. Okay, and that's just a gentle, quiet strum, A minor. And then we've got this little lick the piano does, which I'm going to show you on the guitar. I'm not sure if it works. I think it works. It's just maybe a little short. On the piano it's nice and long. But anyway, I'll take you through this because I think this bit's awesome to put in the song if you're playing it on guitar. So it's open on the B string, 3rd fret on the B string, open fret on the B string again. Then middle finger, 2nd fret on the G, 2nd open on the G, open, 3rd, open, middle, on the 2nd fret on the G, open. So we're going A minor, and then we roll straight away into a G. That's the first chord when the singing starts. Right from the start you were a C, stole my A minor, and C to a G. Then we do that bit again. Okay, so let's take you through those chords. So the intro, we'll do that one more time nice and slowly. So it's E minor, A, D, G, C, B minor, A minor, G. So you don't have time to rest after you've done that. Straight in. So then it's a G, 2, 3, 4, C and E minor. Because the C and A minor you're just going to hold for 2 beats. You must always be counting beats, guys, whenever you're playing. Tapping your foot, playing to a metronome, playing to a drum machine, whatever it is, playing with a drummer, whatever it is, keep time. So it's G, 2. You can see that I'm missing with my hand like that? That's another way of keeping time. 1, 2, 3, C, E minor, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So it's G for 4, C for 2, E minor for 2, C for 4, G for 4. And then doing that, repeating that chord sequence. So it's G, 2, 3, 4, C, E minor, and C, 3, 4, G. This time we don't go dun 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 dun, we roll straight into the, kind of like the pre-chorus. So E minor, A and D, G, G. So we're holding each one for 2. So it's E minor, A, D, G, E minor, repeat, A, D, G, E minor, A, D. Now this time, G and C, B minor, D suspended fourth, which we'll go to in just a minute, okay? So I hope you've got that. We're just holding the chord. So you've actually got, if you're a beginner, you've got plenty of time to change chord, although it may not feel like plenty of time, but at least we're not doing like loads of strumming like we're going to be doing when we get into the chorus. Well, some strumming anyway. Okay, so let's get into that. Tell me that you've had enough of the love. So it's E minor, A, D, G and C. Now B minor, so persevere with that change. That's a big change from C to B minor. You can do it though. And then D suspended fourth. Now this is a D. All we do is put the little finger down. So we're actually holding down 4 strings at the same time. Not 4 strings, 4 fingers at the same time. Strum the bottom 4. And then we just reveal to turn it into a D just by lifting up the little finger. So we don't move this one. This is suspended with the little finger down and then lift it up. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 on that bit at the end. So I'll just do that bit at the end one more time. E minor, A and D, G, C, B minor, D suspended fourth, D. Okay, so now we're into the chorus. So we've been resisting the urge to do any sort of loud strumming. We've just been leaving everything nice and chilled out, and now we're going to start bringing the strumming in and raise the volume. Now the rhythm is this: down, 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 up, down, 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 up, which I actually think is reasonably straightforward. So for each chord, you're going to be doing down, 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 up, down, 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 up, but only the once. So down, 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 change, down, down, down. Sorry, let's start that again. Each chord you're playing that rhythm pattern times 2, okay? So it's G, 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 down, 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 up. So we're going G. We're then changing to a D over F sharp. So I said this had a lot of chords in it, this song, so we've got one more to learn, and I promise you that really is the last one that we're going to need for the whole song. So a D over F sharp. Now, I'd like you to try it this way. So this is our regular D, okay? Now what we're doing is we're changing the lowest, this is the lowest sounding D note, this open string, because it's the D string. And we're going to change that bass note to F sharp, the lowest note, by bringing our thumb over the top to hold down the 2nd fret on the thickest string, okay? Another way of doing it is like this, but I personally think that's a lot harder. So just bring that over, try to stretch your thumb over and hold down the top string. That's your next chord. So it's G, D over F sharp, E minor, B minor. Now the B minor we're holding for just one of the rhythm pattern, down, 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 then D. Okay, that's your order of chords. All right, so we're going to go G, D over F sharp, E minor, B minor, D. Repeat, G, D over F sharp, E minor, B minor, D. And then at the end that time we go back to G. And then we're up to, I'm sorry I don't understand, thought that we were fine. Now all we're doing is we're doing the same chords as the verse. So the G, C, E minor, C, G. But we're doing that rhythm pattern that we've just learned in the chorus. So it's G. Okay, so I'm just going to check. So it's the G, 6, I've just got my music back there. Alright, so you're just keeping that same rhythm pattern going, and then so you've been filled by the dreams, you used to lie close to me. So you can just see that it's just that same rhythm that we're going to keep moving on with, going into the second verse, and then obviously keep it going throughout the chorus. Okay, so that is the song lesson, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. I really hope your playing goes well. If you've really liked this style of teaching and the way that I've shown you the rhythm and the chord changes and sort of just coach you through how to make the best change the whole time, then the best thing that you could do is go to my website, which is learnguitarinlondon.com. And there you've got a student area where it's completely free. You've got lots of videos there that you can't find on YouTube. You've also got hints and tips on being a better guitarist, and I just think it's a really great resource, and people are using it right now, and I just love seeing people get better at playing guitar. So thanks very much for watching. Keep on playing. See you soon. Bye.